Audire by Holly Thorpe. Static is brewing. It's like a kettle boiling, a kettle full of sheet metal screws. Please, please, please stop. I punctuate my begging against the tree, banging the crown of my head against it. I change position, smash my temple into the trunk, and supplicate, grasp onto wooden knees. I have to stop and be sick next to the roots. Then I let myself fall back against bark. Even out here in the red zones, at the edge of the country, the edge of the forest, the connections from the city can still push through. Electronically fired up neurons nervously fumbling tea bags to one another, trying to throw one over to me. The static is the only human sound I've heard in months. Hopefully there will be a point in my life when I hear no human sound at all. Below I see a woman standing on a roof, a bin bag in her hand. The flood must have risen, but God knows how she got up there. I saw her last month, I think, trying to carry out an urn and a stuffed bear, but she got caught in a flood then too, the urn falling out of her grip and its inhabitant dissolving into the water like sugar in coffee. I saw her earlier when I went down to fish. She was walking through the middle of the town, tracing her fingers over the ruins of a raised flower bed. I carried the fish back by its tail, gripping it like you would an old money sack, cowboy loot, back to my spot, the tree with the careful concave that I have created. Maybe I should find a place with two of these thick trees opposite each other, so I can push myself forward and back instead of having to turn around to hit both sides of my head. I can be a metronome, humming as I rock between them. Maybe after I'm gone they will make up stories. Maybe they will say that there were giants that rose out of the sea with every flood, that one of them mistook this tree for a column of moose, and being the tentative eater that it was, dipped only a teaspoon into the trunk. But no giants do come out, and if they did I would know. I always like to watch the floods, see the town below eaten away. It's like watching a starving child eat a roast dinner. On this hill it is close enough to see it all clearly, to see furniture leak out of smashed windows, but far enough away to be untouched. I thought there would be a flood tonight, so that's why I got the fish. I decided I would make an occasion of it. I can set up the fire now the static is calming down. If I focus on slowly pulling out one of the few remaining matches from my coat, I can almost make it blend in with the sound of the sea, the sound of smashing glass. I can fix it. The fire begins, and so does the smoke, coming in and blocking my view at the perfect time. The sky is warping again, light blue and purple mushing together like some cosmic illness, some rash. I've been getting rashes, actually. I think it's the fish. Must cook it properly this time. Maybe I should share some with her. Maybe I should at least call out to her. Maybe a giant will eat her whole. Look down. I am shocked to find my hands, fingernails like flattened-out retinas, all of them looking at me. I've never seen Athena bathe, but I see the sense in the creation of a blind prophet. Things like this remind me that there must be some inherent perversion in sight. I look up and root around in my pocket for gloves. There. No longer my hands, just filled-out black fabric. Through gaps in the grey, I see the bin bag slip out of the woman's hand as she climbs up onto the chimney, the water prowling up towards her. I see little rectangles of blurred faces spill out of the bag as it splashes into the water. Her head lowers as she clings on, but then she lifts it ever so slightly to look out towards the sea, as if she has heard some siren beckon her. Then she screams. She screams and I feel drunk. Senses numbed, everything set on edge, sharpened claws dragging down a blackboard, snagging on the slate. Something fulfilling. This is human sound I'd forgotten, and it is wonderful. A quiet thudding begins in my head, and I reach up to it. All I feel against my fingers is warm. I don't look to see what is left on my gloves. I look at her, but she is looking at me, waving. The sight of her is shameless, impudently so. What does it matter to see a drowning stranger or a swinging mother? Don't burst open the door, Theban. Seize the brooches now, back to the frame and plunge yourself into innocence. She lingers in the corner of my eye, a lump of debris. Must have fallen. She is not the focus. There, the flood weaving in and out of itself, beautiful the way it reveals and conceals the light. It is not the focus. The focus is the sound, indulgence. Indulgence is her voice stretched to its limit, drowning against the sound of bricks collapsing around her, but she's ruining it. Now I know the flood shall be the last thing I see. Once this is over, I will crawl around the ruins, hands out, until I come across a knife, plunging into innocence as the blind prophet suggested. One swift mark across the eyes, cutting briefly into cartilage. I hold the skewered fish over the fire and turn it slowly. I will make sure I cook it right this time.